Alright, last video of the year. As usual, this is for my US vlog because some of you have been asking me about this. The US vlog, of course, will begin with me arriving at the airport and eating again. I know this is the same beginning as the UK vlog trip video, but this time I'm trying to compile them into one video. So that's why this video is more than 40 minutes long. Yeah, it's a long one. And for the first few days, they're basically just me trying to reach the USA because for some of you who don't know, I live in Indonesia and USA is super far. And I think in total, the total hours that I spent trying to reach Utah, it was more than 30 hours. Yeah, including the layovers. But take a look at this. I flew using JAL and this is a beautiful view. And also, I can recommend JAL with the highest of recommendations. It is the first time I flew using JAL Airlines and it is such an amazing experience. Great food, great service and everything. A lot of leg rooms as well. And I flew economy. And this is the second day already. Yeah, this is my arrival in Japan, in Narita. So yeah, I transit in Tokyo for 11 hours. Yeah, I'm going to cut this really short. You don't have to see me spending my time for 11 hours just doing nothing and being exhausted in the airport, seriously. And yeah, I took a pictures here during arrival, and yeah, that's Usagi from Sailor Moon and also Bajira, I think, from Tokyo Revengers. Probably a wrong name, but yeah, we ate some food first before we fly again, this time to Seattle. But take a look at this. This is at the souvenir shop. This is a doll that looks really similar to Choco, but super expensive. And yeah, I'm not buying that, okay? So yeah, this is another trip, this time to Seattle. After Seattle, we can fly to Utah, finally. And this is another 8 hours flight, that just like to Japan, it was 8 hours, and then 8 hours again to Seattle. 8 or 7 hours, but yeah, take a look. See, the food here is super good, super delicious. I cannot complain about them at all. Then tada, this is arrival at Seattle, and this is the first time ever I experienced winter or something close to it. And yeah, it is cold. It is really cold, and honestly though, I prefer the cold than the heat. It's probably because the grass is always greener on the other side, but that's just my thoughts. I don't like the heat, and I live in a very tropical country. And right now, as I'm speaking, as I'm recording this video, it is very hot, seriously. So yeah. This is in Seattle Airport. I'm waiting for the planes to Utah, and this is my first encounter with the proportion of food in the USA. And let's just say that every menu I always divide them with two people: myself, my wife, or my friend. Always, because it's just too much. It's just too much. I don't know how all of you in the USA are eating this kind of portion, but I cannot do it. I cannot. Even in the UK, when I was in the UK, the portion of the food was not that big. But anyway, the food was delicious though. I will talk about them more again soon. But this is my my flight to Utah, to Salt Lake City. And the view was gorgeous. Look at that. I don't even know what mountain that is. Mount Olympus? I think that's the name. But yeah, it's so beautiful. Look at it. Wow. So gorgeous. And yeah, this is arrival at Salt Lake City. My friends or my co-bloggers, this is the first time as well that I met my co-bloggers. They picked me up at the airport, and then after that we went to have dinner. I think it was a Mexican restaurant. The name of the restaurant, it was Red Iguana. Yeah, it was Red Iguana. So that was my first meal. I think you will see the clip really soon here. Tada, yeah, this is it. Red Iguana Killer Mexican food. And those are my co-bloggers. I've been friends with them for 8 years now. And this is my first meal in Utah, in Salt Lake City. So that's the end of day 3. After this, we went to the Airbnb and I slept. And then day 4, this is morning. And yeah, this is my first morning in the USA, my first morning experiencing winter. And not gonna lie, I was super excited. See, I tried walking bare feet. It was cold, really cold, but at the same time, now that I'm seeing this video, I miss this weather very much. As I said, I don't like the heat, and this makes me like morning, unlike here. I'm not a fan of morning. I'm not a morning person, but I can get used to this kind of view and weather. But yeah, after that, we went to, I think, a supermarket, a Smith and Sons. Yeah, Smith and Sons. And yeah, this is me. As you can tell from my hair, that's my bed hair. I haven't took a shower yet in the morning, but I took a shower the night before. But yeah, that's my hair. Oh, look at that. Yeah, this is Smith and Sons. Yeah, this is, I think we were trying to make dinner. We planned to make dinner, so we got some food first from the supermarket. And I don't know about you, but every time I went to foreign countries, I like to visit the supermarket. I like grocery shopping. I don't know whether you agree with me or not, but I tend to think that grocery shopping, especially when we're outside of our own country or city, is kind of like a way to experience how it feels to become a citizen of that place. So yeah, again, I'm super amazed by the portion like this one. Look at that popcorn. That's massive. Okay. And then after that, we went to Barnes and Noble. Of course, I have to visit Barnes and Nobles. I want to see the bookstore in America and compare it to the bookstore in the UK. And I think I didn't get a chance to visit a lot of the bookstores in the USA, unlike when I was in the UK. But I'm still very impressed with the collections in Barnes and Nobles. They practically have everything. So many books that I like to read, so many books that I want to read, they have them in the bookstores, and that's something that, well, I always envy because I don't have that in my city, in my country. And what is this? Is this Berserk? Yeah, this was Berserk, the entire Berserk Deluxe edition, including Hellsing as well. And this is the manga portion, the manga section. That's Blue Lock. I think you can see Blue Lock, Attack on Titan, and also many more. It's so cool. It's such a paradise, really, to see these many books in the bookstore. And this is only the first floor. There's the second floor as well. And of course, I have to go to the science fiction and fantasy section. Ah, look at that. So many books. And yeah, I picked up before they hang and just, I don't know, flip through it. Something I always do in bookstores, even though I already own the book. And if I see a book that I love, I like to flip through it. Just, I don't know. And then this was, I think this is a beautiful illustrated edition. I forgot what this is. Is this Norse mythology? Probably is Norse mythology, but it contains some beautiful illustrations by Levi Pinfolk, and yeah, that the treasure of the gods. And I haven't taken a look further into it yet because there are so many books I want to peruse. But for this one, something super cool here because I saw The Will of the Many, the new deluxe edition, and it has my name. So technically, my name is on the bookstore now. It's inside a bookstore. Ta-da! That's me. So yeah, I think this is amazing. Of course, I never see The Will of the Many, the new edition, in my bookstore yet, in my local bookstore. So yeah, I consider it the first time I see my name in a bookstore ever. And this was, again, browsing through books. This is Sunder. Beautiful, beautiful cover art, really. I think this was done by Greg Root, and I have wanted to read this one ever since I saw the cover art. Hopefully I can get around to it really soon, including Dungeon Crawler Carl as well by Matt Dinneman. And later in this video, you will see a lot of Matt Dinneman because he was amazing. Not gonna lie, he's one of the highlights of Dragonsteel Nexus, but again, we'll get to that later. This is Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wong. Amazing book, and the Broken Binding is releasing a new cover art, a new special edition of this book as well. And then this is the massive, or what I dubbed, the real size of Wind and Truth, the real height of Wind and Truth. And then after that, we went to eat, I think it was Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, it is, the Cheesecake Factory. Delicious food. Again, the portion is immense, but I love, I think the food in the USA, they really fit my tasting bud. And then after that, we went to get the badge, the Dragonsteel badge. This was in Salt Palace or Salt Palace Center. And yeah, this, because Brandon Sanderson and also Dragonsteel team informed us that we should get the badge the day before the event, so that it's easier for us to access the event on the day which is tomorrow, the day after this video. But yeah, this was the South Palace Convention Center. It is a big convention center, and you will see just how crowded the entire convention is. I'm so impressed by the number of people from around the world visiting the Dragonsteel Nexus, and they are all united by the love of books and also the Stormlight Archive, Mistborn, and the Cosmere. It is impressive, really. But yeah, see, this is still not crowded at all, but tomorrow you will see just how insanely crowded it is. I think the number of people visiting this convention, this Dragonsteel Nexus, I think it was 7,000, more than 7,000 people. So yeah, Worldcon in the UK, it was 8,000. Yeah, so it's almost as large as Worldcon. And that's a statue of Kaladin and also Adolin and Shallan. And ta-da! This is the main convention center, the exhibition hall. And yeah, we were trying to get the badge here, and you know, I was peeking through peeking through behind that curtain here, and then Sanderson is there. So this is technically my first sighting of Brandon Sanderson and also Adam Horn. So yeah, he's real. So yeah, I got the badge here, and then after that, I also met the people at Grim Oak Press. This is Jeff and also Becky and also Sean from Grim Oak Press, and also Donato Giancola. And then this is Kayla. Some of you might know Kayla if you have seen Daniel Green's video. And then day 5, this is the day after. And this is the day 1 of Dragonsteel Nexus. And tada! As you can see, it is a very packed convention. A lot of people, and this is still very early in the morning. It gets even more insane in the afternoon. And then this is day 1. So it is practically the most packed, I think. I think day 1 and also the last day is the most packed event of the entire convention, of the entire Dragonsteel Nexus. And back then I had no idea what people were doing in these tables, but apparently they were trading cards. But we'll get to that later. But anyway, this is just me walking around the convention hall. And you can see the Silverlight Mercantile there. That's basically where people are trading cards. And this is at Grim Oak Press section. Ta-da! And you know, this is where I get to meet Robin Hobb. Ta-da! That's Robin Hobb, the author of The Realm of the Elderlings. And yeah, one of my favorite authors of all time. I consider Robin Hobb to be the queen of fantasy, one of the queens of epic fantasy. And yeah, I got to have my book signed, Assassin's Fate, and also I got to take a picture with Robin Hobb. It's still very surreal to think about it that I got to meet Robin Hobb and also talk with her a bit, and also have my book signed. I have always admired her work, her writing, and also this makes me want to reread The Realm of the Elderlings again. And yeah, it's amazing. Ta-da! That's me with Robin Hobb. And then after this, I think we went around to, and then I met, this one is Andrew Jacob Torres, my friend. And he's a very nice and supportive of everything that I do, and I can always thank him for it. And this is Thor Books section. Pretty much all Brandon Sanderson books are here, but no Wind and Truth yet back then. Seriously, when I'm recording this right now, I just got a copy of Wind and Truth. But yeah, I couldn't get a copy when I was in Utah, which is crazy, I know. But this is Lynn Buchanan, the author behind The Dollmakers, one of my favorite debut of this year, and also that's her father. It was really nice. They were really nice to me, and I'm very happy I got to meet both of them. And then after that, I took a picture with Lynn. I also got a copy of The Dollmakers, the advanced reading copy signed by her. And then this is a lightsaber. My first time ever holding a real lightsaber. And this is Tran Nguyen, one of my favorite artists. There are a lot of artists in the Dragonsteel Nexus, and it's amazing to see Tran Nguyen and many artists working and also selling their prints. And this one, that's Kari Christensen. I didn't get to talk with him, but I got to talk with Isaac Stewart. Yeah, Isaac Stewart, a cartographer, art director, and pretty much a person that I admire and respect, really. And I got to talk with Isaac Stewart, and he said a lot of great things and nice things about my art direction with the broken binding, and it means so much to me. And I don't know, when I talk with Isaac Stewart, talking with him, even just for a while, I think I talked with him for 5 minutes, and because I couldn't talk too much because many people were lining to meet him as well. But even talking for 5 minutes with him just lifted my mood completely and makes me feel more confident with my art directing because it's Isaac Stewart. And then I got to take a picture with Jessica Chen Liu as well. That's in black and white art of Rook and Rose, the first book, Mask of Mirrors. But yeah, she is the black and white artist. And I got to meet readers and also my supporters of my YouTube channel, and also my reviews always means a lot to me. And then we're back again to Robin Hobb because Jessica Chen, she wants to get her copy, I think her book signed, her Grimoire book. Yeah, Grimoire is an anthology published by Grimlock Press, and I think it was a really nice thing for Sean Spickman to do because it makes the signature collection more fun to do. That many authors were in Dragonsteel Nexus, many authors in the Grimoire were in Dragonsteel Nexus, so we got them signed. And then I took a picture with Tran Nguyen, and I bought an art print of Yumi and the Nightmare Painter because it is beautiful, a beautiful artwork really. And then these two, well, if you're here, I think you know that these are two to ramble. It was so nice to meet the both of them. And then I also meet, I forgot the name of this person, I'm so sorry. But this is a supporter of mine as well. It means a lot. And this is Jessica. And I have been in Walt Harper discussion with her plenty of times now with Jess. And yeah, and then this is Janice Andrews. And the author behind the Keeper Chronicles, the author behind the Creepers, I think, Origin. Yeah, that's the name. She wrote a lot of books. I haven't read any of her books yet, but I look forward to doing that someday. And that's Matt Dinneman, the author behind Dungeon Crawler Carl. So here, I was just talking with him about the fact that we will be in a panel together. So yeah, that's something to talk about later, but yeah. And this is Eldon Thompson. He was one of the authors whose story is in the Grimoire as well. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And also, after this, I think I got to meet Jason Denzel, if I'm not mistaken. And Jason Denzel, his story is in the Grimoire as well. And because of this Grimoire signing collection thing, I think it brought so much readers, so much new readers to many authors. Pretty much all authors involved in the Grimoire collection. I still haven't got my own copy of Grimoire in my possession here because I think one of the authors couldn't make it there, and I want to get that signed as well. So I'm hoping to get that signed before it's being dispatched to me. So thank you so much to Grimlock Press for that. So this is Kathy Payne. Yeah, we will be back to Kathy Payne's illustration again because I love her work, and I love her work as art directing for the Cosmere RPG as well. And then I got to meet Michael and Robin Sullivan. So yeah, this was a bit funny because initially they forgot who I am. They even though I got to talk with them plenty of times already, but they forgot who I was initially. So this is Robin and Michael trying to remember who I am without me mentioning my name at first. But it was Robin who remember me. So this is the moment they remember who I am. This person, this reader at the back, he reminded them saying that this is Petrik, someone who owned a famous booktube. So yeah, it was super nice of him. And yeah, I got to meet Robin and Michael. I love the writing of Revelations. I love everything in the world of Whelan. And yeah, right now, Michael J. Sullivan is writing something truly incredible. Hopefully I can get around to reading that soon. And this one, I'm signing Frodo. T-shirt of Frodo. So yeah, that's a first. I have never signed a t-shirt before. So yeah. I met Michael Miller, the author behind Songs of Chaos. I met him on WorldCon already, and I got to meet him again in Dragonsteel Nexus. And actually, I think you will see me talking about his books again really soon because I saw his books on Barnes & Nobles. And yeah, I finally got to meet Fonda Lee, the author behind the Greenbone Saga trilogy. And the Greenbone Saga is my favorite trilogy of all time. And ever since my visa got confirmed got approved that I will be going to Dragonsteel Nexus to Utah, well, Fonda and I have promised to meet each other in Dragonsteel Nexus, and we finally made that happen. And Fonda mentioned that my reviews and of the Greenbone Saga has pretty much improved the sales of our series a lot, and that makes me happy. And that includes Christopher Ruocchio as well. I finally met Christopher Ruocchio too, the author behind the Sun Eater series, one of my top favorite sci-fi series of all time. And yeah, he was super busy. I'm very amazed and I'm very proud of what Christopher Ruocchio has achieved. So many people lining up to meet and talk with him. I couldn't get some time to talk with him at all. And then I met Donato Giancola. I got a print of Kvote from him, and yeah, we got to talking plenty. I love his artwork so much. And for this one, this is my first chat with Brandon Sanderson. I have posted a dedicated video about this experience, about this event, and yeah, this is me talking with him about some stuff. And yeah, you will see some secret here at the end of this video. But this is the end of Dragonsteel Day 1. This is the event of the launch event where Brandon Sanderson and Dragonsteel revealed the Wheel of Time Leatherbound edition. This is done by Peter Panaf, and after that I went home because I was just super exhausted, happy, and also exhausted. So thank you so much to everyone who met and talked to me, really. And then this is day 6. That's Yumi and the Nightmare Painter Bowl, and no, I didn't get it because I was too afraid that if I bought that, what if it broke on the way back? So yeah, I just took a look at this, and that's also the chest of the Emerald Sea cup. And yeah, no, I did not touch that cup, okay? it was just a gesture. And that's a beautiful Kaladin painting by Howard Lyon, and I finally get to see this. I have no idea what actually to call this one. This is a Dragonsteel bookstore, I guess, but because there are so many leather bounds inside this Dragonsteel box. But yeah, it's beautiful, and apparently so many of these leather bounds, they were signed. I didn't know they were signed, and after checking it out, yeah, almost all of them except the Secret Project novels, they were signed. So yeah, it is a very cool place though. See, these were still, I think it was still quite full, but after we reached the end of Dragonsteel Nexus, almost all of them were gone. And that's Mistborn trilogy, one of the best trilogy that I have ever read, of course, because it is the trilogy that made me become a reader. And yeah, this is pretty much all the leather bounds, almost all the leather bounds, and also the Secret Project, and that's the painting by Alia Chen, and also for the Sunlit Man. So yeah, it is beautiful, and this is a painting of Dalinar done by DNA Venom or Petar Panef, and this is for, I think that's Skyward series, and yeah, that's another one by Howard Lyon on the left, and this is Hoyt on the left, and that's Tress on the right. This is for Shallan by Magali Villeneuve. It's very cool to see all these paintings done by many amazing artists who have worked on the Cosmere, and that's been by Miranda Meeks. And I got a puzzle of the Journey Before Destination by Jianko. And yeah, it's a beautiful puzzle. I haven't really worked that puzzle out, and this is me working because I have made it clear that one of my goals is to own one of the sweaters by Dragonsteel, and I have a decision to make. It is either the Mistborn sweater or the Stormlight sweater. So yeah, this is the Stormlight sweater, but I end up choosing only one because this is quite a pricey sweater. I think it's about $60 or $65. It looks good though, and yeah, I love sweater. It is one of my favorite type of clothing, but I cannot wear it often in my country or ever because it's super hot. Wearing a sweater in my country is just begging for sweats. But yeah, this is Wind and Truth, and also the handwriting of Brandon Sanderson. I think this was for one of the chapters or one of the pages in Wind and Truth, and this is for Elantris. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was an auction for a chapter or pages in Elantris or Win and Truth, and it sold out for quite a hefty price. Again, if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't get to see that, I just heard that from readers. But yeah, this is the pages, signed by Brandon Sanderson himself, Brando Sandu. And that's a cosplay. Oh yeah, seriously, there were a lot of amazing cosplay in this convention. And this is a card from Mistborn RPG, or the deck building game. And this is done by Diandra Cicluna. And yeah, it is an incredible Cosmere RPG or Mistborn RPG. I got that as well, even though it was all difficult to get a hold of because it was always sold out. And again, this is me with Jason Denzel. Jason Denzel is also apparently the founder of Dragonbound. If you're a Wheel of Time fan, you will know Dragonbound. And speaking of Wheel of Time fan, this is Daniel Green. I spoke with Daniel Green plenty of times, and we also were in a panel together, and I must say that he was very nice and supportive of me. Seriously, Daniel Green and also Kayla, thank you so much to both of you. If you're watching this somehow, I must say thank you, and it was such a pleasure to meet both of you, and including Peter Panaf. This is Deanna Venom. You have seen a lot of his artwork on a lot of Cosmere illustrations, and that's the one and only Peter Panaf. And yeah, I'm glad I got to meet him, and this is me at this weapon section. And yeah, it was really fun. Not gonna lie, I didn't buy any of this because I really want to. Seriously, I really want to buy the spear and also the shot blades and many of these weapons, but I couldn't because I know I would struggle a lot getting this through the custom when I go back to Indonesia. So yeah, this is at Marauders Market. Yeah, this is where Fonda is. Oh yeah, this is someone who managed to read the Greenbone Saga because of my reviews, and that means a lot to me. So yeah, I got a copy of Breath of the Dragon. Yeah, Breath of the Dragon by Shannon Lee and also by Fonda Lee, signed by Fonda Lee herself. And yeah, I feel really bad, not gonna lie. I bet people here lining to meet Fonda Lee were pretty pissed with me. This is not only with Fonda Lee, because it was the same pretty much with Christopher Ruocchio as well. Every time I stop by their booth, well, the line gets stopped, and I'm happy that Fonda Lee and Christopher Ruocchio and all the authors took that time to speak with me, but at the same time, I feel bad with the readers waiting to meet with her. So, waiting to meet with Fonda Lee or Christopher Ruocchio and any other authors. So, I tried to take my time. I tried to make my time shorter, and yeah, I'm really happy. Seriously, I talk about this plenty of times already, but I'm really glad I got to meet Fonda Lee. And this time I got to meet some of the Greenbone Saga Broken Binding Edition. And although the Broken Binding Edition of the Greenbone Saga were met during the reveal, were met with plenty of mixed or negative reception, but now I'm not worried about that at all. So many people love the physical form of it, and this Dragonsteel Nexus is pretty much the truth and also the proof of it. And yeah, I got to sign plenty of them. And this is the end of the day of Dragonsteel Day 2, and this is me becoming Mistborn because apparently that day it was so misty and so foggy. So I just considered it a Mistborn day. So this is day 7. So something I haven't talked about here. I haven't talked about it in detail. So I was in a Dragonsteel Nexus panel. One of the main panels, because this is a gaming show. I think it was called Two Waters and the Cryptic. And so yeah, I was in this panel. Sorry, that was such a handful to say. But yeah, that was such a mouthful to say. I was in this panel, and yeah, after I got the email from Dragonsteel group that I would be in this panel, I agreed to them. And at the beginning, I don't know whether I was making the right decision or not, because I was super nervous, and I guess I was truly making the right decision. So here you see me with Matt Dinneman, Jackson Dickert, who became Hoyt in the Dragonsteel Nexus, and also Daniel Green. And I must say, I must say thank you so much to the three of them, because I don't think I would have been able to do this panel without them. They were very supportive of me, because this was my first panel and it was at Roshar. So Roshar is the main stage. It pretty much where Brandon Sanderson always held his talk show or his event. Is always at Roshar. It is the biggest stage of the mall. And when I agreed to this, I always thought of, you know what? Not too many people will watch this. There is no way too many people will watch this game show. And I was super wrong about that. When I went out to this event out of the backstage, it was fully packed. It was fully packed, and I'm pretty sure there were at the very least almost 1,000 people watching this game show. And yeah, I can always say thank you so much to the participants. They were incredibly helpful, and this game show, it was super fun. It was super fun, even though you cannot tell that. You probably cannot tell that I was super nervous at the stage here, but I was super nervous, and I think at some stage, because it was 1 hour, at some stage I was getting a stomachache because I was just too nervous. I'm not used to it because, come to think about it, my booktube channel, it has more than 30,000 subs. So when you think about it, there's always the possibility that more than 30,000 people are watching, but I don't get to see them in person. Well, this time I get to see a lot of people watching us in person, and this panel, this game show, just seeing this again, it really brought me the good memories. They were so hilarious. Jackson, Daniel Green, and of course Matt Dinneman. I really need to read Dungeon Crawler Car. That's another mouthful title to say, but seriously, I need to read that. So many people told me that I have to read Dungeon Crawler Car. And yeah, the person, Matt Dinneman, is just so fun to be together with. He made this panel, this game show, so tolerable and so hilarious because he hasn't read a lot of Cosmere. So we just kind of gang up on him and it worked. The audience loved it. And yeah, this is, I think, something that you have to know. If you were there on Dragonsteel Nexus, some of you might be wondering, these questions were so easy. Why did we get it wrong? The answer is pretty simple. When we're up there, it's so hard to actually hear the questions. That's one. The other one, we were so anxious. Seriously, it was just so anxiety inducing and we couldn't think straight. At least that's how I felt. I couldn't think straight for some questions. And because of that, I got some of the easiest questions wrong, especially about Kelsier's first crewmate. I cannot believe that I got that wrong because I have read Mistborn 3 times and I knew the answers, but I didn't even know that the option was actually in the answer. So yeah, that's just the way it is. But at the very least, I know that based on people's reaction and also people's direct message to me, they were having fun, and that's all I want, really. So yeah, thank you so much to Matt Dinneman, Jackson Dickert, Daniel Green, and also all the team at Dragonsteel for making this panel so fun and also, well, less anxiety-inducing, I guess. It's certainly an experience to be hosting my first panel on the main stage. And I want to say thank you so much to Bookborn as well. Bookborn was very supportive of me for everything, really, and I can only say thank you so much to her. And Bookborn or Hillary, if you're watching this, thank you. Seriously. Not thank you to Zach, probably, because Zach, he did a jump scare on me. I will always remember that. I will come back with that jump scare one day. But yeah, this is after the panel, after the game show. It was early in the morning, so after that, I just make sure to spend my last day on Dragonsteel Nexus as much as I could, meeting the readers, meeting the artists. And yeah, this is some of the readers who supported my channels, who watch my channels. And it means a lot that they won my signatures. And yeah, this is another one. This is Adonasium. This is not Zen. This is Adonasium on Instagram. And yeah, he was very supportive of me as well. Thank you so much, really. And this is Brian Lee Durfee, the one and only. And I'm really happy I got to meet Brian Lee Durfee, and this is the author of the 5 Warrior Angels. Please read his books. He has went through a lot in the year 2024, and I don't think oh my god, if you have watched his channel, seriously, he has went through a lot of pain. And yeah, this is King Crusoe. He's a booktuber as well, and yeah, he's a fan of the Sun Eater, as you can tell from his jacket, Earth and Empire. And yeah, I'm glad I got to meet him. He was very nice as well. Fan of the Sun Eater Unite. And this is again Andrew Jacob Torres. He wanted me to sign his Greenbone Saga ever since day one, and it is only on day 3, the final day of Dragonsteel Nexus, that I finally got to sign his copies. That's Jade War, and this is Jade Legacy, the third book in the Greenbone Saga, and then after that I got to sign Jade City. But yeah, one of the things that I have to say here, Andrew was very nice and also very supportive of me for everything. Really, he got me a copy of Alloy of Law and also Shadows of Self, Dragonsteel and the Bound Edition. But beyond that, during the heavily mixed reception of Greenbone Saga Reveal, he was one of the few who were very loud and also very outspoken about how much he loved the design and how much he loved the daring venture of the design of the Greenbone Saga. So yeah, thank you so much, Andrew. It was really great to see you, and I hope we get to meet again someday. So yeah, that's really pretty much a wrap on day 3 on Dragonsteel Nexus. This is me with Katie Payne, again the art director of the Cosmere RPG. And to wrap the day off before I went out of the Dragonsteel Nexus, this is me with Daniel Green and also Bryce from Wraithmark. And after Dragonsteel Nexus, well, I decided to spend my last days together with my co-bloggers just exploring Utah. And yeah, this is a diner, and well, this is another thing that I envy you, because this is actually super delicious. I love the diner. I don't know, I haven't tried the other diners, but this one was delicious. I love every menu that I tried, and yeah, this was a good weather. And not long after this, we decided to go to Walmart because I want to see Walmart. Yeah, again, grocery shopping, but as I said, I like grocery shopping, and I want to see what Walmart actually looks like. And yeah, this is on the way there. It's a beautiful view, and also the weather is really nice. I like the cold weather, and yeah, it's getting closer to winter when I recorded this video. And I must say that one thing that I must mention, one of the things that I love most about the Utah and also the Salt Lake City is how beautiful it is. It's actually quite crazy. I never hear people mention to me that you have to visit Utah or Salt Lake City, and I think that's a mistake, because I think Salt Lake City and also Utah is a gorgeous place. Look at the mountains, and even the Walmart. This is the most beautiful supermarket that I have ever seen in my life. Look at that. You go out of Walmart and you see this view. What the hell? It's amazing. But I didn't get to spend a lot of time in Walmart because I promised Fondali, and of course I'm happy with this. I promised Fondali that I will meet her for breakfast or lunch. Well, it was more of a lunch, really. So yeah, I promised Fondali for lunch, and I get to meet Udi as well. He is on Twitter. He did a lot of book reviews as well. So I get to meet Fondali and also Udi, and we got to talk about the Greenbone Saga many times. And yeah, it was an amazing chat as well. So this is me with Fondali, and this was starting to feel melancholy because I know that I don't have a lot of time before I have to go back to the USA. But before that, I went to Target as well as I wait for my co-bloggers. So yeah, I got to play this Peach video game. I actually don't know what game this is. Mario Party Jambore or whatever this is. I don't even own a Nintendo Switch, so I just play this one while I wait for my friends, my co-bloggers. After that, we went to Barnes and Noble again because initially I wanted to get a copy of Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson, the fifth and the final book in the Stormlight Archive Arc 1. But you know what? As it turns out, there wasn't a copy of Wind and Truth. Or to be more precise, there was only one copy in this section, in this entire Barnes and Noble store. Yes, there was only one Wind and Truth copy, so I decided to, well, lend that to my friend, my co-blogger anyway. So yeah, that was the signed copies of Ascendant, Unbound, and also Defiant by Michael R. Miller. And I didn't get those because I already own those. But yeah, this is me exploring the Barnes and Noble as well. I haven't got around to this Barnes and Noble yet before this day. So I'm really glad I got to visit this one. So, and yeah, this is The Will of the Many by James Arlington, not the deluxe edition. And this is me with a statue or a stand of Brandon Sanderson. Although I wasn't able to get a copy of Wind and Truth, at least I get a picture with that. And this is a copy of Hero of Ages with John Foster's illustration, and that's Celeste and also Eon, some of my co-bloggers as well. This is the science fiction section, and after that, before we reach day 9, this is just pretty much me exploring the Barnes and Noble section, all the Barnes and Noble section, together with my co-bloggers again. And it feels surreal actually to meet my co-bloggers because I have been friends with them for 8 years. Yeah, 8 years, and I talk with them pretty much every day. And yeah, I got to meet all of them in this convention. Well, almost all of them in this Dragonsteel Nexus event. So yeah, there were plenty of things to remember about this event and about this trip for sure. And after that, this is day 9. So this is something that I haven't talked about anywhere. I actually got invited to Dragonsteel office and also Brandon Sanderson's Lair. So yeah, I have seen them. I couldn't take any pictures because I wasn't allowed. I don't think anyone is allowed to take any pictures or videos. But this is, well, I cannot say anything because this is, I think, a spoiler. But anyway, this is at Dragonsteel office. And yeah, this is me with that statue. And yeah, I got to see a lot of gorgeous and amazing things at Dragonsteel office. And I can only say thank you so much for inviting me to the office. And this is me with Ben McSweeney, amazing artist. You have seen his illustrations on a lot of Stormlight Archive book in Shalan's diary. And the next day after that, well, I go back. This is me at the airport, going to go back to Indonesia. And yeah, this is Dungeon Crawler Carl. And yeah, I think it must be a priority for me to read Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dineman in the year 2025. And of course, every time I see a bookstore, I always have to stop and peruse the books and the collections. And this is the collection of books in Salt Lake City Airport. And yeah, I don't think I can say a lot of things here because, well, this is 40 minutes long already. But for all of you who are watching this video right now, I just want to say thank you so much. The year 2024 has been surreal for me. I know that I haven't read a lot of books compared to my usual reading statistics, but I'm truly grateful for all the support, even though my reading pretty much is the worst this year out of the past 8 years. But when it comes to my life and my advancement in status and pretty much everything else, this is one of the best year, really. And yeah, I can only say thank you so much to Raidmark, The Broken Binding, Dragonsteel, Brandon Sanderson, every author, every self-published authors, and all of you. Seriously, it means a lot. And to close this video, this is me with the booktubers at Dragonsteel Nexus. Thank you so much to Bookborn, Kyle, and Jake Bishop, and everyone. Seriously, it means a lot to me. And so yeah, this is the last video of the year 2024, and thank you so much for watching. As always, I will do my best in the year 2025, and I don't know what will happen in the year 2025, but I can definitely say that I'm grateful for the year 2024. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Happy New Year, and I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.